I am Kay. Welcome to my channel. The name of my channel is It's Just K1. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think today it's one of the days on the weekend. We had a 4-day weekend for Memorial Day. My vlogs may be kind of all over the place with the dates coming up, y'all. Just rock with me, okay? My name is Kay. How are you? All new people, come on in, and returning people, you know the deal. Well, you know it's back to summer salads, and it's back to time to have salads. During the week, I have probably 3 to 4 salads a week. Like every week, I have them for lunch almost every day. And sometimes I have them in the evening, and I have different types. So when I get to a point that I'm kind of tired of the grocery store salads, that's the pre-made salads, then I go back to the salads that I make. And if you follow me over on TikTok, I had a whole lot of brown bag lunch salads that I made. So I'm going to make one today that I got a recipe off of Pinterest. It's similar to another one I made, but it won't have the salmon in it, and it won't have the meat in it. It's just going to be fruits and vegetables and mixed greens. So we're going to get into that in a few minutes. And this is salad time again. I'm going to make 2 salads, and I'm going to prep them out for the week because I already have some other things for my lunch for the week. But you're going to come along with me and let's get into the salads. Y'all know I love a good salad. Just throw a whole lot of stuff in there. You get full, drink your glass of water or maybe some lemonade, and you're done. Hey, y'all. Now we're going to go over what we have and what the name of the salad is. So these are our ingredients right here. The name of the salad is called a blueberry peach feta salad. Blueberry peach feta salad. One thing I did forget, y'all. I forgot the mustard. I thought we already had mustard, but we're going to make it do what it do with some turmeric or something. We're gonna work it out. Even if I have to use a different type of dressing, because the mustard was being used for the dressing. So we might have to skip the dressing and just use some of my vinaigrette dressing that I have already. So I thought we already had some mustard. So anyway, it consists of, we're going to do 2 salads, and for each salad they said use 2 peaches. Now, you know, normally when I do the peaches I use the can, but these were 83 cents at Walmart, y'all. They're 83 cents each, so get you some. So 2 peaches for each salad. Okay. And then over here, we're going to use the spring mix. This container makes like 2 salads. Okay. This is a spring mix or whatever type of mix. Whatever. If you like the spinach, you can do that. Okay. And then we have some blueberries here. And then the feta cheese. Now, I already had some feta cheese, but I wasn't sure. I thought it had expired, so I had to get some. I got a new one. Should have thought about the mustard with that. On the picture of this salad from Pinterest, it looked like they had some red grapes on there. I couldn't tell if they were grapes or cranberries. So look, I rock with the red grapes. It's got to be rinsed off. Very dirty. Very need to be rinsed. Okay, and then like I said, the honey and the lemon juice were used for the dressing and the mustard. Now I don't have the mustard, so we're gonna have to probably eliminate these 2. Y'all know we had to work with what we got. Eliminate these 2. I forgot to get them. Don't look at my ashy hands. It's been in water, but we may have to eliminate those 2. You're supposed to use the mustard, lemon juice, and the honey for the dressing. I don't know about that yet. And then the recipe also called for those cucumbers. They called for Persian cucumbers. Now I looked up what Persian cucumbers are. They're just the little short ones instead of the long ones. And these don't say Persian. These came from Walmart. All the stuff came from Walmart, y'all. They're just the mini ones. See how short they are? And supposedly the short ones are Persian cucumbers. I don't know. Anyway. If you can't use Persian, just buy you a cucumber and cut it up, y'all. Come on. Like I said, I don't want to make it complicated for you. So we're going to get into this in a few minutes. And of course, we are using my containers again, what I always use for my lunches. 2 of the salads. And we're going to split the mixed greens up and put them in here. You have to watch these because they can get cracked real easy, like when you're handling them after you wash them and while you're washing them. Be careful and make sure you store them somewhere where they don't get knocked over or stuff stacked on top of them, because you know they do crack. These are by Rubbermaid. These came from Walmart also from a while ago. We're getting into the salad, y'all. so far. The containers out of the way so far. We have the 4 cucumbers cut up. Very good. Use these. If you don't use them all, bag them up. Use them later. You can eat them as a snack. They're very good. If you don't want to use them all, if you feel it's getting too full, eat your container. Sorry, I'm eating them. Like the baby cucumbers. And we also have the 4 peaches. Peaches are cut up. If you don't want to use the fresh peaches, you can use peaches in a can. It is harder to cut those up because they're very slimy, but you can cut them up. These are 4 fresh peaches. As I told you, they don't sell at Walmart. 83 cents. Get on up there to Walmart. These are the 4 peaches. And we have the blueberries. I did account like 20-some blueberries each for each salad. You know, I'm just trying to ration it out. It said use the whole pint. I don't think I'm going to use the whole pint. I'm just going to use 25 and 25. I think it's 50 in here. I don't want to overload. And then I got the grapes. Now the grapes I'm going to cut in half and put them in there. I'm not going to put the grapes in as these big hold like this. I'm going to cut them in half and put them back in this bowl and then put them in the container. And like I said, we're using the spring mix right here. And you can use any type of greens that you like. You use mixed greens. You can use spinach. People like spinach. You can use iceberg. Whatever you like. Whatever your choice. And I was telling you about the salads at Walmart. Now, normally these little teeny ones, I eat these like sometimes later if I get in late or I'm working and I forget to eat and it's getting close to. I try to eat before 8 now. No matter what I eat, I try to eat before 8. And these are good when you just come in and you don't feel like fixing food and doing all that. You can pop one of these in, put some dressing on it. It comes with dressing. This is an apple walnut. And they have different varieties, but this is not the size I normally take to lunch, to work for lunch. I normally take the larger one, so I have the one that's normally like the, it's like a, what is the other one called? The other one is a Caesar, and it's a Caesar salad with cheese in it and chicken. And I usually add mandarin oranges to that. The other one is like a Mexican type, taco type salad. And I don't add anything to that. That has chicken in it, tortilla strips. It has pepper, a little bit of peppers put in there. And then the tomatoes or whatever. So those are the 2 I normally take for lunch. But today I'm making, you know, my famous Rubbermaids. And I'm going to take either one of these for lunch this week and eat the other one for dinner or whatever. But first I'm going to cut these grapes up. This is the container. I think I showed y'all these a long time ago. I'm going to cut these grapes up so they can be in halves because they're too big to go in there. They'll overload the whole bowl. So, please hold. Just K1. Please comment, like, and subscribe below. And check out some of my other vlogs. I got a whole lot of crazy on my channel, y'all. And not bad crazy, good crazy. But check me out. Please hold.
Ay, tú sabes, mami. Ja, vamos para allá, vamos para allá.
So with this, we're going to do half. We're going to use this. We're going to split it up. Split it up. That's what we're going to do. So first what I'm going to do is put, and I have the feta cheese already out. First what I'm going to do is split the mixed greens up. Because right now the way it's sitting, I can't tell what's half and half. I need to split this up. Okay? So, I'll open this. It was already, I opened it. Okay. So right now you see what it is. So I'm going to take half and half. You take half for one salad and half for the other salad. Okay. And then how to do that, I just split it. Split it. I put it in different bowls, okay? I hope you're enjoying the time off. We had a very stressful week at work, and I am enjoying the time off, child. Wish I could have been on an island. So I'm going to take half of the mixed greens, put it in the bowl. As you see, it almost fills the whole bowl up. And I may crunch it up or tear it up with my fingers to make, because remember we got a lot to put in here. You know, we got peaches, we got berries, we got cucumbers and grapes. So I may take this and tear it up with my hands to make it where it can still all fit in there and not be so bulky. And I'm going to break it up with my fingers so I can add more stuff to it. Because we have, like I said, we got this, we got the grapes, we got the peaches, and the cucumbers to add. It's got to be divided evenly. I think some of the peaches I might put in a baggie just for a snack. You can use all of these. Like if you don't use them all, you can use them for a snack. Mix them together, put them in a Tupperware bowl. Late night snack. Snack when you come in from work. And I got the feta cheese. Another thing is this. Sometimes when you're using fresh fruit, you don't always need a dressing. Because like when we're using the peaches and the pineapple one time in a salad, if you're using a canned peaches, it has this little juice in there. You can use that as the salad dressing. Sometimes the grapes has its own, you know, little scent. Sometimes the peaches. And like I said, pineapple, mango, if you're using fresh, sometimes it has its own little dressing or juice that goes with it. And you don't always need a dressing. Because with these two salads, I'm not going to add the vinaigrette dressing to it until I get ready to eat it. So normally, this is the dressing I use, a vinaigrette dressing. I use the Kraft raspberry, and I use that on my salads that I take for lunch. So what's supposed to be the dressing, y'all, is the 1 tablespoon of mustard, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of basil, and then the kosher salt and pepper. You can still put that on there. But those 4 things were the dressing. I don't have the mustard. So we are going to skip that part, and we're just going to put the salads together. So like I told you, I'm going to break this up so everything can fit. I want everything to be able to fit. And then I shake it. Y'all do know I shake it. And I get everything here. So I'm just breaking it up with my hand. You can do this. It's just so everything can fit. That's all I'm doing. There's no perfect way to do it. Just break it up. Break it up into bite-sized pieces with your hand, because you're going to have a lot of stuff in here. Okay. So after this, we are going to take the cucumbers and put half of them in the salad. Okay? You see? I'm going to bring it down a little bit. Okay. So we're going to take the cucumbers, add them in. And make sure it's about half. So it's about half left in there and half in there. Okay? And that's just the cucumbers now, y'all. That's just the cucumbers. And we're going to go to the berries. Y'all, last time I was trying to do them at the same time. 25 of them. The regular recipe, and then just do what you want. You know, I just call that a jam. You jam what you want. You jam in what you want. That looks pretty already. Look at that. That's just the blueberries and the cucumbers. Don't that look pretty? Okay. So now we're going to lean in with the grapes. Remember, the grapes are cut in half. And once you do this one time, use a variety. Pop in some stuff you like, you know, switch it up, change it up. As you see, we're not doing the dressing that they suggested, because we're going to put my dressing on when I get to work or whenever I eat the salad. But hey, if you don't always have all the ingredients, you have the majority, you can always substitute. Now, this is getting pretty full, as y'all see. Okay, so already, as you see, it's getting pretty full. Look at that. I didn't even put the peaches in yet, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to put the peaches in. I'm going to have to smash the top on. I'm just going to cover the top and then go back over. And the peaches smell good because they're fresh. Okay. So, everything is in there. But it's pretty stuffed, as you see. See on there? You got the greens. And you got the blueberries. And you got the grapes. And the peaches. See that? Take a minute break. It was nothing happening. With these, you can see there's nothing, absolutely nothing happening. They're not moving because they pack to the max. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna get a big bowl, and I'm gonna the ingredients of each of them. I'm gonna take it out and put it in the bowl, shake it around, and then put it back in here. When I do that, I am going to add the feta cheese to it, and then the salad will be mixed. Right now, it's just sitting on top, and I don't like to get salads like this either because what tends to happen is you just eat off the top. You can't mix it. It's stuffed to the... This is the first time I ever had the container stuffed to the max. See, everything is in there. So, what I did, I took that much, which is not a lot, and I'm going to crunch it up. So now, y'all know, I don't really do the spoon thing. I'm going to use the spoon to put it back in there, but y'all know I mix it up with my hand. I mix everything up with my hand. I want to get in there and get down and dirty with it. And it looks good. And like I said, always taste your salad first before loading it up with dressings and stuff. Sometimes you'll need the dressing, sometimes you might not. Okay. So you see, it looks very pretty. Yeah. All right, all right, all right. We are to the end almost, and you see, that's the second salad. All packed in there. They got the feta cheese mixed in, and it got shaken up in the, beat up in the bowl. Put the top on there. So here you go, the two salads. These will last you. I'm telling you, when I eat one of these, I don't want any dinner. So now if you see the sides, you see everything is all the way through. Blueberries, the peaches, the cucumbers, everything is all the way through. These are some good bowls. Everything is all the way through. So that's two salads, you know. Like I said, when you're at home and on Sunday, if you do meal prep or whatever, what you also could do is that when you have leftover fruit or something in the fridge that you think you probably won't eat that week, throw it in the salad. It don't hurt. Vegetables. I don't know about putting frozen in there, but you got vegetable stuff left in the fridge from the previous week, mangoes, whatever. Chop it up and throw it in there, as you see. And I am Kay, and thank you for joining me. And I hope you have a great week. Miracles and blessings to you. Please comment, like, and subscribe below. Check me out. I got an array of videos and vlogs for y'all. Have a great week. Stay prayed up. Check on one another. Love on one another. I'll grab a text with you later. It's just K1 here. Thanks for joining me.